It's no secret based on the shirt that I'm wearing that I am a fan. But the video is partially in black and white and in color, the aspect of 5:3. And that is typical to European theatrical productions. And one of the reasons that that is important is because it ties back to who directed this video, which is Corinna Evans, who is a Black Canadian film director. And you know that that still has European influences, of course, within that portion of North America. You know, going in, if I'm just going to be impartial and actually just go in and watch the video as someone viewing it, particularly being a TV producer and viewing it from that lens, especially because Evans has done mostly TV work like ourselves. When you get a chance to just kind of step outside of what you do, I think that's when you really get to be in your bag as an artist, because you kind of get to step out of the realm sometimes of the parameters that are put on you within the TV aspect or within even streaming platforms, like whatever your platform is that you have to work within. There are definitely network rules or studio rules that you have to play by. And I think the cool part why so many creatives or directors like the music video space, it does allow you to stretch your legs, you know, and I feel like she really did that here. And a lot of imagery and a lot of pieces within the film, set pieces themselves. Of course, the stylists, the wardrobe stylists were in their bag in this video, but I think it just gives them a chance to really just play creatively with imagery in a way that you kind of are restricted when you are within the studio system.
With music videos, it's very interesting as opposed to writing a film or scripting a film or a television show, because you get dialogue. Dialogue can help you with exposition, can help you with all type of other elements to push the story along. But to do it 100% visually and to convey a message, convey a feeling, it is really difficult. Some people may feel, you know, both are equally difficult, right? In their own different way. I don't want to sit here and say that one is more difficult than the other, but I'll say this. What she was able to do to take the words and how the story was weaved in between eras was very, I mean, like unbelievable. Like when we dissected, we went through and dissected the video, we were like, oh, this feels like this era. This feels like the 60s. This is present day. This is, and I think it was just excellently done story-wise. Like I felt, you felt something.
Yeah.
And music videos today, you don't feel anything.
That's true. No,
you know?
No, that's true. And that's with a lot of his videos, I feel like. It just as an artist with Kendrick Lamar, I do feel like he wants you to walk away feeling something. Yeah. And that is the artist in him, and those who he collaborates with, I should say. He said this in the Apple Music interview before the halftime show. He takes everything as a moment, whether he's doing a hook for someone else or he's collabing, or even if it's his own track. He looks at everything as a moment and tries to stay in that moment and make sure that he's telling the best story possible. Yeah. And I think that that's what was kind of cool, was that it wasn't a cliche way to tell a story within that song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he could have phoned it in.
Oh, yeah.
Could have really phoned it in. Could have been just them in a room, a performance piece. So I definitely think that, you know, taking the time to craft the story was like the right way to go, especially in today's day and age, because we just don't see it that often.
No, I think we're almost starved for it to a certain extent. It's almost like how it was with COVID. Like we've gotten so accepting of just seeing everything in telemeet and in bad resolution. So like when Black is King is released, I remember an executive producer I was working with at the time in that documentary division I was working in, and she was like, my eyeballs were like bleeding from bad resolution. So seeing Black is King so beautifully filmed and, you know, all of the different story beats and the different sets that Beyoncé took you through, she said was such an experience. Yeah. And when she said it, I think we've gotten so used to watching like commercials that people shot from home and watching, you know, TV shows and films that were shot from home, that I think we became desensitized. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, you're right. That's why Black is King stood out so much at that period in time.
Yeah, and it's funny because Sinners, right? Like that Christopher Nolan was the one that recommended shooting it on IMAX, and I think there's something about that film that just made it feel like it needed to be that grand, right? Because obviously Christopher Nolan is that guy, right? He does these big IMAX productions, and you know, I just think like seeing artists do this, seeing artists take the time to do these big projects, I think is amazing.